So today is day 11 in the incubation of the quail eggs, and everything's been going fine. Of course, you can't tell what's going on inside the eggs. There is a way, something called candling, that you can shine a bright light on a chicken egg and you can see through it, but quail eggs are thicker, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And there's so many of them, I've chosen not to do it. But you can see the temperature and humidity are doing just fine, and the eggs keep turning with the automatic turners. So I'm going to go and show you that, because in about 5 days these eggs are no longer going to be eggs, they're going to be quail, and they're going to need a place to live with food and water. So here we go, moving you over to the quail brooder. Okay, here we are at the quail brooder. This is also inside where it's warm, and we can watch them regularly because they're going to need a lot of attention when they're newborns. You see I have a thermometer in there checking the temperature. The temperature is supposed to be between 95 and 100 for them to be comfortable, which it is underneath this heater over here. And then it gets a little cooler outward, because when quail are normally or naturally born, there is a mother that they can kind of huddle under, and we obviously don't have that. So what we have instead is this, which is to act like a mother. And I actually attached, because it was too hot in the center, it was actually burning my hand if I touched it. I put some fuzz on the bottom, and it's perfectly warm, just like you would if you actually touched a warm animal. And then underneath here is a pet heat blanket. And the reason now I did these versus what's traditionally used as a heat lamp is because these are lower wattage, and this one has a control. So it says 135 degrees. And so when the quail get used to being out of their eggs, out of the incubator for a while, they're going to be able to adjust their body temperatures and regulate it. Just like newborn babies have, they have trouble regulating their bodies. They need lots of contact with their parents, and when they get older, they're able to go outside in the cold and stomp around in puddles and such. So the quails are a lot like that, and so I'll start off the temperature at 135 degrees, which actually only comes out to about 90 and under here 100. And then when they see them getting bigger and running over onto the side without any heat more, then I'm going to lower temperature over here, and then until they get used to just running around in regular daytime temperatures. So what I have here on this side, I keep showing you, this is for the water. The water goes in here, and then it trickles down here, and there's little rocks, because little quail, they're so small they can actually drown inside a regular chicken water, so the little rocks help them from drowning. And these dishes will be where I could put a little quail food, and the quail food has to also be super duper small in size so the little quail can eat it. Little quail, when they're born, they're only about the size of the top of my thumb, so that last joint. So even though this doesn't look very big, when you look at the size of the quail, this is plenty big for when they first get started. As they get bigger and they adjust to being in normal temperatures, and it'll start warming up outside, they're going to go outside to a bigger place, and I can show you that later when they get older.